Happy Wednesday, everyone. Today we're kind of getting back to the normal stuff we always do. And on Wednesdays, I like to do what I call Welcome Wednesday. When I have a whole bunch of new makeup over here, I like to use it on Welcome Wednesday to introduce it to the channel, you know, whatever, first impressions. And then it'll go in the drawer and then I'll use it again. Sometimes I use it again on Friday. So today, I was feeling in the mood for colorful. So we are using the BH Cosmetics Take Me To Ibiza. And it looks like this on the inside. On my face today, I have Wet n Wild foundation. I have the Anastasia. I have the Wet n Wild Dewy. The Becca Skin Love Primer. The Anastasia foundation stick in Mink, the brightener, and the neutralizer. The neutralizer I will do, because we got new people here, I usually do it right here, just at the bottom. I need to bring it up a little more. The brightener I do up here, across the top of the brows, a little right here, a little here, here, and here, because I don't like to use powder. And I got the Dewy foundation in shade Soft Beige. Turn it down. I'm using the Pretty Vulgar setting powder. I have the Hyper Real Glow. One of these is broken. I bought it that way. I use that one. Turn it down. I'm using the Narcissus Most Wanted 1 cheek palette. And I'm using that color and that color mixed for my blush. And for the bronzer, I'm using Cheek Stars Hula bronzer. And the phone's ringing. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Someone actually came over for a minute, but I was showing y'all what I used. Hopefully I finished. We are going to use, because I'm using some bright colors, so we're going to put on some of the NYX Professional Makeup eye primer. What is going on right there? All right, so we're going to use, I'm going to use a brush, if I can find it. There it is. This is the, I don't know, it's green. I think I got it in a BoxyCharm. Alamar, maybe? And we're gonna I like the skin tone ones. I've tried a lighter one before and the makeup just looks funny to me. So I suggest, if you're using anything bright or that is an actual pigment, not a shadow, and you're light complected, to put a primer on. It fixes the staining a little, because I'm not very light complected. I'm light complected. I got an olive tone to my skin, as you can see. But I still I'm smoothing it over, because if I don't smooth it over, I get little spots where it messes up the eyeshadow. And this eye always messes up the eyeshadow no matter what I do. So if you're new here, when I do videos like where I'm comparing palettes that are supposed to be dupes, I always put the high-end palette on this side. And so that I could give the other one the actual chance it deserves to show that it's a dupe. Sorry, I was concentrating on getting this to look right. I don't put powder over it because that's kind of defeating the purpose. All right, there we go. All right, now that we got the primer on, we're going to go ahead and I leave it right here in case I need to fix something. So I leave the brushes right there. So we're gonna use the Take Me To Ibiza. Since I wanna go for a bright look, I think I'm gonna start off with this pink right here because it's a light matte pink. And I'm trying to go, I got my shade switcher here. I need to wash my brushes. All right, so we're going into that color. I don't know what the name of it is. And we're just going to use that as a transition. And I know it's showing up quite a bit. When you put the any shade on, whether it's blush, bronzer, contour, or you put the brush down first, is always going to be where you get the most color payoff. And I always blend this out while I go, especially on that eye. Things like that right there is why I keep the brush near me so that I can fix that. All right. Now that we got that all on there, we are gonna go into, let me look at these two colors. There's a purplish and then there's a hot pink. They're both patchy. I think I wanna go in with the purplish one. This is what I mean by staining. So I gotta get that off my hand in a little while. All right, and I got my little brush I like to use for my crease. It's not a crease brush, it's a personal preference brush. And it's right here. I don't even know the brand. I got it off Amazon. It looks like that, but I like the fluffy top. So we're gonna go in with that purpley shade. And we are always going to get rid of some of the excess. We're gonna start right there on the edge. And gently pull it through. All right, and now we're gonna go on the other side. That's not how I'm leaving it, I promise. And there's what I was talking about. I don't know if y'all can see that. When you don't fluff out when I don't fluff out my eye primer exactly right, I get these lines right in here through the eyeshadow. You will always notice I do this side a little different than I do the other side. And that's because this one doesn't want to take pigment very well. So I always add more color over there at first. And since I have hooded eyes, I try to see what I'm doing as I go so that I can see what it looks like. So I leave my eyes open once I get it in the crease. We're gonna grab this brush here. This is just a Morphe blending brush. And we're just going to blend that shadow through and up into that transition shade, which kind of disappears at this point, but that's kind of the point of that shade. All right, so now I could put more eye primer on, which I might do, but I need to find a more precise brush. Usually I would pull out my other, actually I think that's what I will do, because it's easier to work with. The Makeup Revolution Cut Crease Canvas. This is so much easier to work with. I'm gonna actually do something different. I'm gonna put it on this palette for my foundation. I clean it every day. I'm going to dab the brush in it. And I am going to go ahead and do that line across the bottom. And then look up and fill in the edges. Going a little higher than I normally would, because I'm going for a different type of look. And we're gonna grab this flat brush, and we're gonna go into, this is where it gets difficult because there are so many beautiful shades in here. Part of me wants to go for the blue. You know, we could do 2 different colors. I'm not going anywhere that I know of, maybe. Let's go, actually. I so want to go for that blue, but does it go with the pink? You know what? You know how you could tell? Let's take this purpley shade and put it right next to it. I don't like the way that looks together. I mean, it looks pretty, but it doesn't say me. So we're going to grab, I mean, there's some gold shades, but I also don't want it to blend too much with that pink. And that's a dark color. What does this one look like? That's too light. That's gold. This is a dark blue. It's a pretty dark blue. All right, so we're basically just going through all these colors to see which one I want to use. What does this gold look like? Okay, we're going with the blue that I did first because I just can't find anything that is calling to me except for that shade. And we're gently gonna pat that shade onto the lid. As y'all could hear, Eric's in a bad mood. All right, and now I want to take another flat brush, and I want to go into this, it's like a cleary shade. It's like a highlight with some blue shimmer to it. And I'm going to put it on a brush, and I'm going to gently pat it over the top of that shade. Give it a little bit extra sparkle. All right, now we're going to take, let me fix this right here because it's bothering me. Some of that blue went underneath my eye. I'll fix that. Oh. All right. So we're going to take this and we're going to go into this dark brownie type shade, almost black. And we're going to try to smudge that right there in just the outer corner area. And then we're going to take this brush that has that purpley shade on it, and we're going to smudge it onto that blue. And across the top of that blue. And then I'm going to take this light, this is a different Morphe brush, and I'm just going to lightly tap it to blend it out like so. Now, I'm going to take this, it's an angled brush, and I'm angling it across. All right, and I'm going to leave that somewhat like that, but I'm going to grab this and just kind of blend it. And then I want to take the original color on this brush, the original brush, and I'm going to blend that across the bottom as well. And just a little on the top. And now I want to take my little inner corner brush that I use. And I'm going to go in the very first shade in the palette. It's a sparkly white. I'm going to put it there. Then I'm going to dab a little bit off. Put a little bit back on. And do just the tail end of the brows. Hopefully I could get this eye to look like this one because I actually like how that looks. All right, so now we're gonna go over here and we're gonna take the canvas again. Look up. All right, and then we're gonna go back into the blue. It's like a blue-green. And we're gonna dab it onto that area. Okay, and then we're gonna take that other brush and go back into that other color and add it to the top of that. To give it just a bit more shine. Then we're gonna take that dark color and dab it right on the outer edge, like so. It's a little bit more over here than it was on the other side. And then we're gonna take this again, dip it into the purple. Across the top. And then let's go ahead and wipe that brown color off of this. And I want to dab it. This eye takes a lot more work than this one does to make them look similar. I sometimes have to go back and forth. Okay, we're gonna take this. We are going to blend over the top. And then we're gonna take the other one that we used and blend that area. I wanna take this brush try to get a lighter feel for that. There we go. I think it's there. All right, now we're going to take that same brush, the precise brush, and get the purple again. And that's what happens when you forget to tap. So it's gonna take a little bit more blending. I'm gonna clean this brush off. And I'm just tapping gently across there. And then I'm gonna take this brush and then I'm gonna take this that cut crease canvas extra liquid. Now I'm gonna go back with this. Purpley shade. Clean this one off. Take that lighter pink shade that we used first. Not doing what I want it to do right here. Y'all see? This is not the cut crease canvas. This is the NYX eye primer I used. And I'm just gently tapping it across there. Although right here is like bothering me that it's not even. We're gonna leave it like that for a second and get a grip on what the eyes look like. And we're gonna take this and go into that inner corner highlight color. And the tailbone highlighter. And then I wanna take this brush that's full of powder. And I'm just gently using it to blend that eye primer into the skin. All right, that's as good as it's gonna get. And where is my lash curlers? Oh, upside down. All right, so we're gonna take the lash curlers. If you wanna add a little bit more dramatic effect to this, you could take like a big amount of that shade. And it lightens it right there, but it's not doing what I thought it would do. So what you could do also is take a little bit of that inner corner highlight, just a little bit, because it is a very pigmented inner corner highlight. And just tap it right there, and it lightens it just a little bit on the edge. Can you see that? It makes it slightly lighter without putting a white on there. All right, we got the eyelashes curled. We're going to use Smashbox Full Exposure. This is what the wand looks like. Part of me wants to put a lash on, but I will be honest, I don't know where I put them. Through all the declutters, I just moved them because I don't have a whole lot. And I can't remember where I moved them to. But that didn't give my lashes the lift that this look needs, so we're going in with the Anastasia one. All right, now we're gonna go in with the Revlon. I already put Kylie Jenner red lip liner on and a nude lip liner on. We're gonna use this Revlon matte lip shade. like so. And then we're going to take the Morphe Luminous Setting Spray. I don't think I like any of the setting sprays by Morphe. I like to know it's there, and I hardly ever feel it going on. And that's that part of the look. And then you take your hair down. I have Charcoal Detox Dry Shampoo. By OGX. The only reason I use dry shampoo is for texture in my hair. Other than that, I wash my hair every day, so I don't necessarily need it for oils. Unless I've gone through the day and done a whole bunch of stuff and we're going somewhere, which usually we don't go anywhere. I don't like how this eye looks a little bit more winged, but I hope y'all enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next one.